All right, some very interesting comments and ideas from our audience through the David Pakman Show subreddit. You can find the subreddit at davidpakman.com/reddit, now boasting more than 14,000 David Pakman Show viewers, one of the largest independent media subreddits out there. And there's an interesting question here from a user called Eon Hourglass, which is, David, can you ask YouTube to make your channel authoritative? And they make a good point, which is we've been talking about how YouTube has been using this coded language. We are going to prioritize authoritative news content at the expense of non-authoritative news content. And I've explained many times, we are caught up in this as non-authoritative, and thus we are suffering the consequences that a lot of the conspiracy channels and others are suffering. So this is a great idea. If the David Pakman Show YouTube channel could be marked as an authoritative news source by YouTube, it would be hugely beneficial. However, as the first person who responded to this said, authoritative is not actually about authority. It's code for corporate media. And that's why I think it is a great idea. I would love for our channel to be designated authoritative for our own benefit. But it's code for corporate media to the greatest extent that I can tell, and thus I don't know that that's something we can convince YouTube to do. Also, earlier this week, I recommended some books. It's funny, the book segments, when I recommend books I've read, there never are that many views for those videos or topics or clips from the podcast. But a lot of people will email me and say, David, thank you so much for the book recommendations. Not enough is discussed just about reading in general. Everybody's stuck in social media and smartphones and whatever. Thank you for doing it. I bought this book. I bought that book. A user called Ferret Ninja 91 posted a picture of one of my recommendations in his hand, Delta V by Daniel Suarez, which I read, as I mentioned, during my recent vacation in like 5 days. I couldn't put it down. So I will keep doing it. I think I'll do book recommendations every 2 weeks. I have such a back catalog of books I've never talked about that I can recommend to you. And I'm reading so much these days that there is going to be no shortage of material. And remember that you can go to davidpakman.com/recommendations for a list of my book recommendations, both fiction and nonfiction. And please, if you use the links on that page to buy these books, you help to support the David Pakman Show as well. That is all at davidpakman.com/recommendations, and join the discussion on the subreddit as well.